whenever one of you wants to press play on there. Welcome back to another episode of the... Seriously? You kidding me? All that setup? We just spent sweat and close the door. Yep. Thank you, Jordan. Welcome back to another episode of The Rodeo Show. I'm here with Willie. How's it going, Willie?
Very good.
We took a brief hiatus so Willie could have surgery on his foot and I could deal with my crippling social anxiety. Listen close as we cover some of Rodeo's top stories. We'll hear about the politically correct name changes for Cowboy Christmas, why your hat shape could be killing your romance, and in a segment called If You Know, You Know, we'll take a closer look at Chase Outlaw's jump in the brackets for toughest bull rider. Flies, ruined that one.
But first.
Dude, you gotta be louder than that.
But first.
Oh, louder.
But first.
That's literally the same.
But first.
Every time.
But first. But first.
We start things off with news from a bit further north than usual. Rocker Steiner continues his domination of the bareback riding, now chalking up another historic victory at the world's largest rodeo, the Calgary Stampede. It begs the question here in the newsroom, can the 18-year-old actually lose? Is it even possible? We turn to our top mathematicians here in the studio who entered Rocker's data into some AI of sorts to see what the real answer is. All right, anyhow.
Hello and welcome. I'm the mathematician Dr. Donald Ray Daytona, and we've thrown in every score, every ride, hair product, workout regimen. Even for fun, we threw in some data from his wakeboarding days. As far as we can tell, the science says that Rocker Steiner will not and cannot lose for another 6 years. Back to you, Cole.
There you have it.
Wait for me to be done talking.
There you have it.
All right.
You doing all right, Cole? You're sweating.
It's 100 degrees in here. I can't get this fly to leave me alone.
Is it your social anxiety acting up?
Up next, has Sage Newman's mustache rubbed some folks the wrong way? Sage Newman has had an outstanding season thus far in the bronc riding, earning well over $168,000. And for one group, that's more than enough for controversy. The Adult Film Actors Guild of America has started a petition urging the Montana native to lose his facial hair and stop stealing their thunder. The online petition has gained almost zero support, and I think I speak for the entire newsroom when I say, never mind the haters, Sage. Whatever thunder that mustache has, it's working.
Special report from Winnebago. There is a 1984 pristine condition van for sale that has great air condition, brand new tires, and can fit approximately 15, maybe 16 people, depending on their size.
Are you trying to sell your van on the news?
It's not my van, Cole.
That's your van.
Just simply reporting the news, Cole, because that's what I do as the lead anchor, is report news.
Just spreading the local news. Huh?
All right, so if you're interested in buying the van, send a direct message to Willie Sticky Rodeo Rosin, and they will get back to you. That is what the sources said, and I don't have any other information.
All right, back to the news.
The Team Roping Journal has a podcast. Is that even a thing?
A podcast? As the residents of Winnebago continue to feel the side effects of the ongoing drought, local budget cuts have reached a new facet of small-town life: safety. The Winnebago Volunteer Fire Department has been forced to make several drastic cuts. First, losing their famed Engine 90 fire truck, and now they're losing their official uniforms as well. Local Fire Chief Carson Sanders had this to say.
I've been with the Winnebago Volunteer Fire Department ever since I was a pup. I don't mind them taking away our engines. We'll get to the fires, but half the time we show up wearing these uniforms, people think we're the ones that started them.
Yes, I'm sure the residents of Winnebago and surrounding areas will surely sleep safer knowing you're out there. Up next.
Now we have some breaking news. Dale Brisby, internet cowboy, has gathered several members of the press for an announcement that he says is of epic proportions.
Let's watch.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dale Brisby, greatest bull rider ever to walk the earth. That's something you all know. End of quote. Repeat the line. That's something you all know very well. I told myself for many years that I wasn't going to get involved with politics. I wouldn't exactly call myself a neutral party, but I would say that I try not to get involved. In fact, my bull riding career is so good right now, it seems redundant, even un-American, to even consider giving up rodeo for a time. I cannot sit idly by and watch this travesty travesty. I cannot sit idly by and watch this travesty befall our sport. In light of recent events, I can no longer sit on the fence and watch. No pun intended. Hey, that was a good line. It's time for Dale Brisby to finally put his money where his mouth is. Today, in front of God, country, and the PRCA, I'm officially announcing my candidacy for the governor of rodeo. Pause for effect. My opponent, Balto O'Brien, has gone on record to say that bull ropes are crimes against contestants and to fans of rodeo. He wants to take bull ropes away. Need I say more? No, but I'm going to anyway. I've long believed that rodeo can be summed up with one word, and that is rodeo. And it's with that belief that I will not give up until the sport of rodeo has a quality representative whose credentials are based on facts, not lies and stories that he made up to get the girls. Bull ropes don't cause hang-ups, people. Cowboys who get bucked off do. Dale Brisby, you don't get bucked off. Dale, are you referring to yourself in the third person? No, the fourth. So to say, I'm the perfect man for the job. That's an understatement. If you're not going to vote for me, that's fine. Listen, the summer is just getting heated up. All right, rodeos are everywhere. Your mom cooks lasagna for me every Wednesday, so I got that going for me. I'm a busy man. But to my fellow Texans and rodeo aficionados, my message is clear. Keep bull ropes in rodeo. We may take them for granted now, but unless we vote, they may be a thing of the past. Thank you, and I will now be taking questions. End of speech. Yes, sir. Short guy in the front.
Do you think it's a conflict of interest to be the greatest bull rider alive and the governor of the sport?
Was it a conflict of interest when Elvis was the king of rock and roll? Next question.
Mr. Brisby.
Right there, young lady in the front. Young lady in the front.
Are you afraid of selling out to big-name sponsors?
Here it is again. Listen, people. I wake up every morning. I put on my rock and roll denim jeans. I throw on my American cowboy hat. I jump in my Can-Am side-by-side, fill it with some Total Feeds, and then I'm on to the next one. I'm just like all of you people. All right? What about that sounds like a sellout? Also, visit dalebrisby.com. Hopefully it's a no-brainer and common sense to you people. You need to vote for Dale Brisby. Look, no more questions. I'm on to the next one, old son.
Dale, where's Donnie? Dale, where's Donnie? We should probably do like a tagline for the end of that one. Wow, DB seems pretty serious about this.
He seems extremely serious about it.
For a guy who stays out of politics, that seemed very political.
Very political. I almost didn't like. I think it was distasteful.
Next up, we have our man in the know, the guy with the fro, our top journalist, Kevin Wayne Reed, back in the studio. His guest in the hot seat, none other than Corey Anderson from Total Feeds. Corey is the, what is Corey's job? Total Feeds employee Corey Anderson, up next.
Hi, I'm Kevin Reed, and welcome to another episode of Read Between the Lines. Today, we have Employee of the Month at Total Feeds, Corey Anderson. Sorry, I'm having a hard time looking past the hair.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Is that because you think of yourself as a Viking?
I am a Viking. Just something I'm born with.
You whisper a lot for somebody who thinks of themselves as a Viking.
Yeah. Speak softly, carry a big stick, or an axe if you're a Viking.
Were you like the Viking that stayed back and cleaned the boats? Like a big broomstick?
Well, that's a pretty fair assessment.
Do you have a pretty good Viking roar?
Right here? How's that?
How does a guy that looks like he just walked out of a coffee shop in Denver find himself working in the ag industry?
My father. My father's legit. He grew up on a farm. He's an animal scientist. I'm not. I studied psychology.
Okay. Enough about how you look. What was it like shooting John Wayne and the Cowboys? You just don't want to talk about it?
No.
Okay. That's fair. That's fine. They're hard questions. You don't have to have all the answers.
How about better questions?
How about no? What do you do?
I do all the marketing for Total Feeds.
And Total People Plus?
It's a vitamin for people. It's our horse feed in a bottle for people.
So you make feed for animals,
Yes.
and now you're transitioning into humans.
Like I said, we just put the horse feed in a bottle and told people it was for them.
I appreciate the honesty, but no red flags there.
And not as far as the FDA is concerned.
But you get it, like I mean, if Kellogg suddenly started selling cat food, you would maybe not buy that. No red flags there either.
I don't think so.
But if Olive Garden started serving Mexican food, that'd be kind of like would you still go to Olive Garden?
I think they already do that.
Did they do that?
I don't know.
I thought they just had bread. But what if a horse ranch started selling like organic glue?
Made of horses?
Well, they're a horse ranch,
Yeah.
and now they're selling glue. Is there a Total People Plus for people who just want to be like 45%, not like 100%?
No, but you could try a dog food.
And is that just like a cutback version of Total People Plus?
Yeah, that would be for humans a watered down version of the horse feed.
Okay.
So if you ate 4 pounds of our horse feed every day,
That's a lot.
but you'd be very regular.
Would there be weight gaining issues with that?
No, it's
I
not.
don't know
Gonna,
if I
it's
eat-
not going to stay in there.
It's just gonna run right there.
Yeah, and pretty much nothing's going to get in its way. Yeah, well, that's where the Total People Plus comes in. It's good for your body, but I used to be bald actually before I started taking it.
I'm just trying to be healthy.
Yeah,
I just need to know what to take.
I didn't know that from looking at you, but
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
So I hear you're the Rodeo Time psychiatrist.
Yeah. That's only because the budget is so low for that. I get called in when anytime someone needs to get fired. Dale's kind of got a weak character, and so he needs a stronger individual to come in and help him out.
Like a boat cleaner.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you can clean up after a bunch of Viking sailors, you can do anything.
So is there a reason you're here today as far as firing?
Yeah, it's literally the reason I'm here with you today. But keep going.
Like, are we going to discuss who we're, like, am I involved now?
Potentially. It really was based on how this interview went.
Because Dale's also our HR, so like.
Kevin, we need to talk to you.
About. It's not about. It's not.
These are always awkward.
Especially when they're filmed.
on camera.
Especially when they're filmed. You done good while you were here. But we might be transitioning the name of this show into something different.
Like, is it because I changed my name to Kevin Wayne instead of Kevin Reed, and the name of the show is like Read Between the Lines, so I can.
And that's all now for now, folks.
Like REED.
To be continued.
If that's like
And
interest of
maybe
conflict.
might be called something different.
Do we have the
Back
new
to
guy?
Kevin Reed.
We're on to the next one.
We have the new guy.
Boy, I really love Kevin's work. Have you seen his work?
I bought a painting from him last week.
He paints.
Yeah, it was terrible. As informative as it is provocative. Great work again, Kevin. Well, that's it for another episode of the Rodeo Show. Thank you all for stopping by. Willie, is there anything? What are you doing?
That's my business, Hoss.
You know what? I don't even care. Thank you again as we return to your local network programming.